Welcome and welcome back to DGD Create. Today we are going to do a customization of this Subaru BRZ Pandem. This version of this casting came out in the Hot Wheels ID line, and once that line got canceled, this is his first appearance in the uh, basic line. Now, as you can see, I'm drilling a hole to basically open the car, and you'll see we speed up this part. I do use two drill bits, a small one and a large one, depending on how difficult the car is to open. I would usually use small, medium, large. I know some drills are capable of just doing it with one, but I don't use a high power drill. I use a basic drill from Walmart. It's about $25, and it definitely does the job, and it's quick and easy, and it's safer than a drill that's much more powerful for those who have never really handled a tool before. I do have lots of experience with drills as I build things. However, I find that this is much more of a inexpensive and a more practical and safe way to do it. Now that the car is open, let's take a look. I'm going to work on taking off these tampos here and these wheels. So let's start with the wheels. These clippers are gunpla clippers. So I build Gundams. For those you don't know what Gundams are, it's from an anime, and they built model kits from this brand Bandai. So now that we're taking the wheels off, you can take a look. There's the base, empty. I do have some wheels I will experiment with to make this look. But for now, let's take a look at all these pieces we got here laid out, and grab the acetone to peel off these tampos. I really like this color of this car, so I'm not going to change anything. However, in the future, I will show you guys how to take off the paint off of a car with eco-friendly paint remover. So stay tuned for that. For the look I'm going for, I think I prefer it just to be blue. That's just the aesthetic I like. As you are using removing tampons with acetone, just remember to be safe with that. It does burn through plastics and certain other paints. Now, I also use a Q-tip, a wet side and a dry side. The wet side is to help lift off the tampo, and the dry side is to clean up any extra debris that's sliding around on it. So there you go. And I usually go through quite a few of these Q-tips, especially depending on how much I have to remove. Okay. Take a look. There's also creaks and cracks that are hard to get into in some cases for some of these tampos, so I would use a toothpick to clean them up, for those who may have trouble with that. Also, don't use too much acetone. A little goes a long way. You really just want to get it lifted. As you can see, it's all off. Okay, looking good. This is a really nice blue. And here's a comparison with the Pandem BRZ from I believe the Street Tuners set for the Hot Wheels car culture. One of my favorite sets to collect. And believe it or not, both these cars are Pandem body kits. Now, what I'm doing here is what I'd like to do. I don't usually paint lights at first. Sometimes I do, but through experimenting, I've discovered that if I just chip off the paint with a blade, it can come off and give a nice silver effect, sealing the metal underneath, which kind of gives a little bit more realism to me and the results that I'm looking for. Now, these are really sharp. I would suggest, if you are not of age, to really have a supervision when doing this, and also, make sure you have the right tools for the job. You can use other things, but I choose to use the blade because it's a little bit faster, and the results are clean. It's very sharp. Just getting the headlights here. Now, I usually follow around the line of the headlights and then get to the center. So that way I have an outline and I don't have to worry about accidentally stripping off paint from it. Now, here's the front, all done, and the back, all done, all the paint stripped off. It gives it a nice look, and it's very sharp and it's very clean. Now, these are the markers that I use, the acrylic painter markers. They are very good markers. They have a matte finish. That's what I like about them. They're not too glossy like other paint markers. But I do use both kinds, the glossy and the matte. But these are fine point and they make good for getting in the lights there. Also, there's a lot of creative freedom when uh, making a car look the way you want. I know there's cars, some people want to make replicas of the cars that they like. I prefer to just kind of be creative. If there's some things I may do may look similar, some things I may take creative liberty to just make it look the way I want, and that's all part of the game here. When you are having fun in this hobby, you just want to make sure that fun comes first, as I know some people can be stressed out about collecting and making things look a certain way. But just know that you can make this look the way you want and be satisfied with that. Because at the end of the day, this is all for fun. It's all love for car culture. I put some white dots in there. Not very visible yet, but we'll get to that point where you would see everything done. Now, let's take a look at the front here. There's a grill, and these two pieces kind of snap together on top of each other. And I'd like to see the interior and the details that the Hot Wheels team put on this. So now I'm going to use some silver paint markers to get that detail out there, because it's a shame that they would put it in there and it's not there. I don't know if anyone's seen those Hot Wheel cars where you open it and the engine's fully done. You would never know if you didn't drill it. So there you go. This is I gently put it on. You don't need to layer it or cake it up with paint. It's just subtle, and it also a little goes a lot when it comes to paint. I feel for anything, and we're switching over here to the seats. So I'm gonna get those two seats in the front, and this paint is a Tamiya paint red, and it's a very good paint. It has a nice high gloss in it, and it looks good from the outside when looking into the vehicle from a distance. All right. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. These videos help, and also, it helps me in the algorithm. I want to hit my goal of 1,000 subscribers soon, and if you guys would like to join that journey, hit the subscribe button, and your support means a lot to me. All right, so I usually do 2 or 3 layers depending. This paint does need some time to dry. So between layers, I would say about half an hour to get that clean finish. It's not something you can rush per se with these type of paints, especially the plastic on these cars are very, very sometimes you may need to sand them down to get a little texture so the paint could be grabbed. But in this case, I'm just having a little fun here, so I'm not really focused on it. Plus, once you close the car up, you really can't touch the interior. But for those who really want to have that extra finish, you can get some fine sandpaper and get in between those seats there. All right. I usually like to do the front and the back. I know most people can't see that, but that just satisfies me essentially when it comes to it's just a sense of completion for me in that, knowing that no one else is going to know, but I mean, you guys will. Okay, moving on. Now we'll see that the windows here, the glass for the windows, I would like to cut them. I usually cut windows open just so the interior is visible. You don't want to put that work in and it's not really there. I tend to do that a lot, not all the time, but in this case, I want to see the interior when I look at this model when I'm done. The tool that I'm using is called a customizer. It's a drill engraving pen. Essentially, it comes with a whole set. It's about $100 for it, but it's been one of my most useful tools when either comes to uh, cleaning out little cracks or just cutting open plastic parts. It's not super powerful. This drill is it's pretty safe. You can't really cut yourself unless you go out of your way with this, and it's a tool I think would recommend for just anyone who's interested and who's a beginner. It has multiple uses, but it's also very safe compared to some of the high powered ones that can get out of hand, and because you're generating a lot of force with the motors, you lose some of that dexterity and control you would have. This really does feel like a pen, using a pen with a drill at the end. That's how it feels. It's really light, and it has three speed modes. So you can control how fast it goes in those three modes, and it's really useful. Comes with a large blade, small blade as well. So it's a really cool tool to use amongst the many that I showcase here, and it also gets the job done pretty well. So, and any little leftovers, I use the X-Acto blade to kind of clean up the residue on the side. Also, it's a good idea to wear glasses when using this stuff, like protector glasses, because you don't want anything to fly out in your eye. It's very possible that it can. So I do wear glasses here for this. All right, it's being stubborn there. Okay, let's get that piece out of there. All right, great. Perfect. All cleaned up, looking good. Let me do a test here. Take a look. Right in there, perfect. Follows the lines of the doors. That's something to also be aware of, cutting the glass on the lines where the B pillars are on the door. Now for the wheels. Though I do always change my mind on wheels a lot. I go through different ones. I do get my wheels from AliExpress. These packs, they come in a lot of packs, or just cars that I've opened before, and I have the extra pairs of wheels as well. So, it's good to always keep your wheels. You never know. I know how many people like throw out their wheels in customization, but I usually like to recycle all the stuff that I get when I open a Hot Wheels package or whatnot, whether using the plastic for uh, parts to modify cars, or paint palettes, because there's a lot of plastic when it comes to Hot Wheels in general. There you go. So as you can see, paint's dry a little. Let's take a look at how this looks. Not bad, but doesn't really give me what I want out of this car. So you got to switch it around. All right. I always consider the wheels on a car to be the highlight. You could paint a car if you want. I think, from my experience, it just the wheels really pulled it together, put it together. All right. I think these wheels are like Advan styled wheels I'm putting on here. Okay, this looks good. So far, let's let it click in there and we can see. Nice. Looks good. A good placeholder. I might change my mind. It happens when you're being creative. Allows some room for free flow if you have a true plan. Now, I want to camber these wheels because I feel like they're sticking out too much. So here's a little tutorial on the way I camber wheels. Then I just bend it in half a little bit and let it camber by itself. I do have other techniques, but for this video, this is the one I chose. Let's take a look. See the difference. All right. Okay. Looking good. All right. So here's the final version. I changed the wheels. I made them gold. I think they look a lot better, and they suit Subaru. It's a natural color. And yeah, I also glued the base down as well with super glue. I put the seat belts in, and I did touch up the wing a bit there. So this is the final version. Let me know what part of the video you guys enjoyed the most and what you'd like to see me do in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment in the bottoms with your thoughts on this build. Thank you and have a good one.